Hey guys, what's going on? Banana156 here with another video. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. I do read all comments, so make sure to leave one. But yeah, in this video it will be another philosophy video. I only have one more philosophy video planned for the near future, so we'll take a break from philosophy videos after that one. But this video I'm going to be talking about virtue ethics, which is Aristotle's uh, ethical normative theory, and this is often used as like one of the main three normative theories of with like deontology and utilitarianism. And I already talked about utilitarianism, and I talked about deontology a little bit. Um, I might talk about deontology again, but we'll see. But in this video, I want to talk about virtue ethics, and I want to talk about specifically how it isn't necessarily valid as a normative theory, but can still be a useful tool. So, um, so first, the basis of virtue ethics. It basically states that in order to become an excellent person, you have to have all of the virtues, like all the virtues like courage or like F something or X. So and you have to acquire those virtues to be a good person. And yeah, and it says that virtues are like a golden mean between like extreme excess or extreme, I can't think of the word, like being deprived of it. Like, for example, courage is the mean between cowardice and foolhardiness, for example. So now you may think that the golden mean, which is what it's called, seems pretty common sense. Like, yeah, it makes sense that a virtue is like in between like cowardice and foolhardiness, like courage is. But when you look at it, it's like, well, what is the golden mean? How do we determine it from person to person, and what standard is there set to determine what the golden mean actually is? And the truth is that there is no standard, and there's no real way of telling what the golden mean is, or what really is a virtue, or what is where you should be in the golden mean, because everyone is different and there's no real standard. So that's the first major problem with virtue ethics. And the next major problem with it is that virtue ethics tells you what virtues you need to have. It tells you that in order to be a good person, you need to have virtues, and each virtue has an intellectual as along with a pragmatic side to it, which is good, because you can't just think about the virtues. You have to be able to act on them as well. But it also does say that the highest of all virtues is impractical, and that is wisdom, or something like that. Yeah, wisdom. But that's all well and good that it tells you that you need to have these virtues, which is true. You do need to have, like, you need to be courageous. You need to do all these. Yet you need to be humble in some cases, or humble in most cases. You need to have virtues. That's all good, but the main thing that it doesn't do, that deontology and utilitarianism does, is provide counsel on ethical dilemmas. So like how utilitarianism and deontology have a very strict set, or not very strict, but a guiding principle to tell you how to solve ethical problems, like the trolley problem, for example, where like if you turn the lever it kills one person, if you don't it kills five. A utilitarian would tell you to turn the lever and kill the one, because 5 is greater than 1, and you are saving 5 people instead of killing 5 people, essentially. But a deontologist would say you can't pull the lever because you are actively killing someone. If you don't pull the lever, you are just being a bystander and not doing anything, which is better than actively killing someone. Now, I disagree with that, but that is what I disagree with the deontology side, but that's what the two theories do. It guides you on which option to choose in ethical dilemmas, which is what an ethical normative theory should do, in my opinion. Virtue ethics does not do that. Virtue ethics just tells you need to become a virtuous person. It doesn't give you any counsel on how to solve those dilemmas. Virtue ethics doesn't tell you how to solve the trolley problem, for example, like utilitarianism and deontology does, which is why I don't think it is a very valid ethical system. Now, you may say, what would Aristotle's rebuttal be to someone raising that argument? And many times he just said, well, a virtuous person will know how to act in those situations. So like if you become virtuous, you'll know how to act. But I don't think that's entirely valid, because depending on what theory you have, right is different. Depending on what you think is right, right may be different. Like if you're a utilitarian, you think killing the one person to save the five is right, but if you're a deontologist, you think the opposite is right. So virtue ethics doesn't provide that, and it doesn't provide any counsel on really complex ethical issues like, say, euthanasia or abortion or other stuff like that, which is very important. Which is important for normative ethical theories to do. Normative ethical theories' purpose is being able to solve applied ethical dilemmas. That's what I think their purpose is. But that being said, I don't think virtue ethics is entirely useless, because it's not. It is a, I wouldn't say it's a good ethical normative theory, but it can be a very good tool to become an improved person, because it does display that you do need to have virtues to be a good person, that you do need to have good qualities, and you need to work to improve those qualities and to acquire new ones that are good, like reliability, courage, other stuff like that. You know, it helps. It can very much help you to become a better person, and that's why I think that virtue ethics, alongside, say, utilitarianism, can be a useful tool to help you become a better person. And then you use utilitarianism to solve applied ethical dilemmas, and use utilitarianism as like the actual normative ethical theory, and use virtue ethics as just a way of becoming a better person. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, this was a really fun video to make. I really enjoy philosophy, and yeah, one more philosophy video, then we'll take a break for a bit. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. I do read all comments, so make sure to leave one. And if you dislike the video, leave a dislike. And if you disagree with anything I say, leave a comment too, and we can discuss in the comment section. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next